Okay, we are now recording live. Okay, guys, so today's new assignment, we have the Undercover Parent Rhetorical Precis, the worksheet. So let's click on that. All right, now, just as a reminder, of course, I said this on the other day in class and on the video, but rhetorical precis, the word precis itself means a summary. Why they don't just call it a summary, I don't know. They're trying to make it seem a little snootier, I guess, and more academic. But a precis is a summary. And a rhetorical precis, rhetoric refers to the art of communication, the art of effective persuasion and communication. So what we're doing is we're summarizing what the author did to communicate his message. And then we can also evaluate the effectiveness of that as well. All right, now the thing about the precis is it's a paragraph that is extremely formulaic, which means it follows a formula. This is not a creative piece in any way. It's got 4 sentences. There are some versions of this that have a 5th sentence, but we decided in 9th grade that we're only doing the 4 sentences. And so each sentence needs to be done a specific way. Now, I want you to notice that when we break it down this way, it looks like it is 4 separate sentences. And we do that for the teaching purposes. However, when you write it, it is one fully integrated paragraph. All these sentences need to go together. That's kind of the idea with the paragraph. Okay, so let's look at what these sentences are, and then I'll actually tell you about the worksheet itself. Okay, sentence 1. In the sentence, you give the name of the author, the genre, the title of the work, and the year it was published in parentheses. Very formulaic. Author's name, genre, title, date. That all needs to be there. Okay, and then it says give a rhetorically accurate verb. And we'll talk about that in a little more detail as we go, but it's verbs, words like claims, argues, asserts, suggests. So the author claims something, or he argues something, or asserts something. Those are the verbs that we use. And then a that clause containing the major assertion. So he claims that, here's the that clause, he claims that parents should use spyware to monitor their kids' online activity. That's what that clause is. Okay, and that's the sentence. All those components need to be there. Then we move on to the second sentence. And it is an explanation of how the author develops and supports the thesis, usually in chronological order. So you know what we were talking about with those strategies that he uses? He uses logical argument, counter argument, illustrations and anecdotes. That's how he supports that. That's how he develops it. So that's what we do in sentence 2. Now, sentence 3, we write a statement of the author's apparent purpose, followed by an in order to phrase. So the author's purpose is to blank in order to achieve something. Okay, that's sentence 3. And then finally, sentence 4 is either a description of the intended audience and or the relationship the author establishes with the audience. Now, what I like to focus on is this more than anything else, the intended audience. Okay? All right, so those are the 4 sentences that are in a rhetorical precis. Now, if you look back at our directions for the assignment, it says identify components of a rhetorical precis and rewrite them in order in the space provided. So this is the first time we're doing a precis. You're going to be doing these all throughout high school. And so my goal here is to get you to understand the different sentences, the different components of the précis. I'm really not concerned about originality at this point. To me, the whole freshman year, as far as ERWC, is setting you up to succeed in your 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year. So I'm not really concerned about originality. I'm really concerned that you know how to do each sentence. So what we have here is we have 4 sentences, and they are written out of order. So these sentences need to go in this order: sentence 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's 4 sentences that are out of order. So in the space below, place the sentences in order by rewriting them as one cohesive paragraph. Don't forget to indent your paragraph. So what you're going to do is you're going to, skip a space, indent, and you're going to look through these 4 sentences, and you're going to find the sentence that matches this in sentence 1. So you're going to look for the name of the author, the genre of the article, the title, the date in parentheses, a rhetorically accurate verb, and a that clause. You're going to look for a sentence that matches that description. And then you are going to write it down here. Maybe even just copy and paste it, okay? And then you're gonna do the next sentence, and you're gonna do an explanation of how the author developed and supports his thesis. So you're gonna look for the sentence that looks like that. And then you do the same thing with sentence 3 and sentence 4. And what I'm hoping that you will get is an idea of how the sentence matches the description, and then what the order is. And then I think you'll find, at least I found, that these sentences clearly were written by adults, probably college professors, and they don't really reflect the style and the vocabulary that a 9th grader would typically use. So then what we're going to do next after this assignment, we're just going to rewrite it in words that reflect our own vocabulary, our own style, etc. But the ideas will be largely the same. All right, so the purpose of today's assignment is to learn the components of a rhetorical précis, and to match a sentence to its description, and then to put them in order in one cohesive paragraph. Okay, before I stop sharing with this document, do you guys have any questions?